All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to demystify something called the Texas Teacher Evaluation and Support System, or T-TESS. And trust me, it's not nearly as complicated as it sounds. In fact, think of it as a roadmap for your own professional growth. You know, every great teacher is on a journey, kind of like a road trip. But any road trip can get frustrating really fast if you don't have good directions or a clear idea of where you're even going. You need a plan, right? And that's exactly where T-TESS comes in. I want you to stop thinking of it as just an evaluation. Instead, picture it as the vehicle for your professional journey. It's the car that's totally equipped to get you where you want to go, and it's focused on one thing: helping you grow as an educator. Now, every good road trip vehicle comes with a toolkit. Your ultimate destination, your North Star, is the Texas Educator Standards. Simple enough, but to get there, you're going to need a map, and that's the T-TESS Rubric. And of course, to make sure you stay on the right path, you've got a GPS, all the continuous feedback and goal setting that comes with the process. So, first things first, let's pull out the most important tool for this trip. We absolutely have to understand how to read our map, which is the T-TESS Rubric. When you first unfold this map, you'll see 5 different performance levels. Just think of this as the landscape of your teaching practice. It stretches all the way from improvement needed over to distinguished. This is the terrain we're going to be navigating together. But here's the million-dollar question. How do you actually read this thing? Because I'll tell you right now, it's probably not what you'd expect.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting, and you gotta flip your thinking. The logic is a little counterintuitive. To actually understand your journey of growth, you have to read the rubric from right to left. Let me say that again, from right to left. The journey starts on the far right with actions that are really teacher-centered, and it moves, step by step, to the left, toward actions that are student-centered. This is a huge shift in perspective.
Let's look at a real example so you can see what I mean. Check out Dimension 1.1. If you look way over on the far right, under Improvement Needed, you see the phrase, Few Goals Aligned. Okay, now as we travel from right to left, it becomes Most Goals, then All Measurable Goals, until you get all the way to the far left, Distinguished, where it's All Rigorous and Measurable Goals. See how that works? It builds on itself, moving from something basic to something incredibly deep and powerful. Now, this is so important. Hitting proficient on this map isn't just a C+ or a passing grade. No way. It is a rock-solid milestone. Reaching proficient means you are an effective, high-quality teacher, period. It's a destination worth celebrating before you even think about charting a course for accomplished or distinguished. Okay, so we know how to read the map now. Let's take a look at the major territories we'll be traveling through. I like to call these the 4 main guideposts, or the domains, of T-TESS. These 4 areas pretty much cover the whole shebang when it comes to teaching. It all begins with planning, which happens before you even step in front of your students. Then there's instruction. That's what you do in the classroom. After that comes the learning environment you build. And finally, your professional practices and responsibilities, how you act as a pro in the education community. And the map is great because it gives you these really clear road signs along your journey. For example, inside the instruction domain, take a look at Dimension 2.4, which is differentiation. The map tells you a proficient teacher adapts lessons to address individual needs and provides differentiated instructional methods. See, the rubric gives you specific things to aim for. All of this right-to-left journey, it's all leading us to the single biggest idea in the entire T-TESS framework. And that is the shift from being the driver of the car to becoming the navigator. This is the heart of moving from a teacher-centered classroom to a student-centered one. Think about it this way. Over on the right side of the map, in that teacher-centered world, the teacher is the driver. You're directing every single activity, asking questions that have predictable, easy answers. It's all on you. But as you travel left on this map, you become the navigator. And this is where the magic happens. The students take the wheel. They start taking on leadership roles, asking their own questions, and even tracking their own progress. You're there to guide them, not just to drive them around. Of course, what modern road trip would be complete without a GPS? In T-TESS, your GPS is that constant loop of feedback and support that makes sure you never get lost. And this isn't about someone shouting, "You've made a wrong turn." Not at all. The T-TESS GPS is a supportive, helpful tool. It's that ongoing conversation, that goal-setting process that helps you recalibrate your route and keeps you moving smoothly toward your destination, student success.
And this is all built right into the system. Your GPS helps you reflect on your teaching, set really meaningful goals, and actually use feedback to grow. It's all spelled out in Dimensions 4.2 and 4.3. It's literally designed to help you figure out what you need to keep your professional journey moving forward.
So, as we start to wrap up this first look at our map, the most important thing to take away is this. This is a journey. It's not some final judgment. It's a roadmap designed specifically for your success.
Just remember, every great driver out there started with a map. And T-TESS, well, that's your map. It's the tool that's designed to help you navigate all the challenges of the classroom so that you can actually enjoy the incredible journey of being a teacher.
So, I'll leave you with this one question to mull over. Now that you've seen the map, what's the very first stop you want to make on your professional journey?